Hello everybody, welcome back to Big Sister Chats. For the next few minutes, let me be your big sister. Just get comfortable, sit down, lay down, eat, cook, do whatever you want while you watch or listen to this. And as always, please don't forget that I'm trying to be a sibling to you in every area of life. So if you have something on your mind, don't be shy, comment down below. I read all my comments. But now, let's start with the topic of self-care. By now, I'm sure we all know these 10-step self-care morning routine girlies. And if you are one of them, I'm so happy for you. I love that for you. I'm not. I don't have the time to spend an hour in the bathroom every morning and every night. So, maybe it's the same for you. Maybe skincare and self-care in general just seems so overwhelming because suddenly you have to do it all. And either it's that or you're just really also a busy person. Your day is already full. And at first, it might seem like doing all these self-care activities that they take more energy than they give you. So, I want to introduce you to my 2-step morning routine when it comes to skincare. But let's start. I get up in the morning and first thing I do is walk over to the bathroom and start oil pulling with coconut oil because that is really simple for me. While doing that, I can change my clothes and I can start doing my skincare routine, which is basically just using purification water or milk to clean anything off of my skin, and then I use some pore minimizing serum. If I decide I'll do some makeup, then I put some hydration on my skin, but that's about it. See, just 2 to maximum 3 steps. Then I do my makeup, which basically also takes about 5 to 10 minutes. I try to fix my curls, whatever they decide to look like that morning. Then I brush my teeth and I'm good to go. All in all, I'd say I spend 15 minutes in the bathroom in the morning and about the same time in the evening, maybe a little less. It's just a non-negotiable by now. Just each morning doing my skincare and each night doing my skincare, especially each night to take my makeup off. And then some more self-care tips that I find really, really helpful, and I need to remind myself to do these too, but here they are for you. Some days are really, really busy, and depending on the job you have, it might be that you're not even getting a proper break. But what you can most likely implement is a short stretching session that can take just 1 minute. Just while walking somewhere, you can try stretching your arms, stretching your legs, or if you're working at a computer, this is also really important to just at least stand up every hour and do some sort of stretching. If you can manage your time more freely, then I would advise you to take a longer break once in the morning and once in the afternoon, just like 10 to 15 minutes where you step outside and take a short walk. And let me tell you, your body and your step count will thank you. And now on to my favorite habit of all, which is journaling. Each morning, I sit in this comfortable chair over there that you might know from my other videos, and I take about 15 to 20 minutes to journal some thoughts. Now, once again, you might not have the time for that, you might not have the energy to do that, but you can find any dead time in your schedule to do this. Let's say, for example, you take the bus each morning. You could do it on the bus. Or maybe you and all your co-workers take a break each morning at 9:30. That lasts about 10 minutes. Why not take that time to journal? Because you already have that habit of doing that one thing every day. And it's easy to tie another habit onto it. That's called habit stacking. Personally, I like to journal in a physical notebook like this one. But for you, it might be easier to just keep your notes in your notes app. So that means, in theory, you could even write down your thoughts while brushing your teeth. If you need some journal prompts, I'll read you some of mine. The one that always takes up one whole page for me is thoughts and dreams, because I do like to do a sort of brain dump each morning, just whatever comes to mind. If it's something that happened yesterday, if it's something I have to do today, it's really good to just get it all out of my system at first. Then each morning, and I also try to do it each night, but it doesn't always work. Let's say it that way. But I do it each morning, is 3 things I am grateful for. Then I have 3 affirmations, and I write down how my day will connect to my goals. I do this in a sort of category cell, and while you may want to do like mental win, a physical win, and a work or project win, I have mine split up in a creative, a fun one, a physical one, a self-care one, and again, connection to purpose, which is most likely something to journal or a task where I try to connect with my community. And let me be honest, I don't hit all of those goals every day. I try to pick 2 to 3, which are non-negotiables again. And sometimes I can do all 5, and sometimes I just do 2. And last but not least, I have a word of the day. And if we're already on the topic of that time, I would like you to spend a few minutes to think about where you have that time in your life, whether that's while commuting or while you wait for your coffee, when you're cooking, all of these things. And then replace that time with something helpful like podcasts or audiobooks or anything where you want to grow. Ebooks are also great. I didn't like ebooks before, but they're so handy for commuting. I'll also put some of my favorite podcasts up on the screen so you will get some inspiration. And you can also check out the description below. I'll link all of the important websites from today. I feel like the most important task or thing to keep in mind when it comes to self-care is that it should not be a burden. If you see all of these social media standards now for how you should do self-care and how many steps your morning routine needs to have and how many hours a week you should be meditating and all of this, if it puts pressure on you, it's not the right thing. There's no one size fits all, and you should figure out what works best for you. What I find helps me is reducing screen time. And I know it's sometimes easier said than done, but I would really like you to consider that. And maybe instead of scrolling on your phone in the evening, sit down and listen to a podcast instead, or do a meditation, do some yoga, some stretching, something. So maybe the way to go about this is each week try to pick one self-care habit that you do for 1 week every day. You can stick to it for 7 days. And at the end of the 7 days, choose whether it's something you want to keep or something that's not for you. Or maybe something that just needs to be twinged a little to your needs. So let's go back to skincare. I really like doing my skincare, but I'm not doing 10 steps, and that is just what works for me. By now, I found a self-care routine that makes me feel really good, and by experimenting with it, you will find your own routine. And it doesn't have to look like social media at all. I'll link you to another episode where I talk about how self-care is more than just bubble baths and all of these Instagram-worthy pictures. So pick one self-care habit that you would like to try this week and comment down below to keep yourself accountable. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel so you'll never miss an episode. See you soon. Bye.